Live from the Dr. Jerry Henderson Radio Complex, it's time for Card Guys. And now, here's your host, Anthony Schulte.
Good morning or good afternoon, whenever you may be listening to this program. Thank you, Michael, for the intro as always, and welcome to Card Guys, Detroit Sports Talk, Season 2, Episode 20. Coming up today, bring out the Brooms! We highlight the Tigers' opening weekend series in the south side of Chicago. Plus, how sweet and elite the Final Four is set. We discuss a fun weekend in college basketball. Today is a 3-in-1 special in the 3-1-3. All active Detroit sports teams compete tonight, and we preview. I'm Anthony Schulte. Joining me as always, my man, Ryan Donnelly.
The Easter Bunny delivered. Remember what I said on Wednesday? A Pistons win? We got one.
We got a Pistons win, ladies and gentlemen. We have a win. As shocking as it may seem, the Pistons do enter the win column on Friday. We'll discuss that a little bit later, though. Right next to me, Mr. Michael Rosenkranz.
Hope your guys' Easter was great. I know mine was, and how could it get any better with the Tigers getting a 3-0 start to the season? First in the Central. Let's keep it riding, man.
Incredible start. We'll talk more about them in a little bit. And across the way, joining us for the first time in the new studio, Isaac Haffenden.
At this point, it's just like, don't be that team.
Wizards, we're talking to you. Again, we'll talk Pistons in a little bit here. But first, the Tigers sweep the White Sox. An exciting weekend of baseball. I have a little stat. This is from Tigers PR and Elias Sports. This is the first time ever that the Tigers opened the season with 3 straight wins, winning by only 1 run in each contest.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. I guess
Wow.
that was pretty close in every game.
Yeah, so we kept it close, but the bullpen, they were great, weren't they? I think it was like 12 2/3 innings, 14 Ks, 1 run, only a couple hits allowed. The bullpen's deep. I think that's one thing to really highlight here about the Tigers team so far is the bullpen's deep. When you have a strugglesome start, we'll say, like Kenta Maeda did, even when you have somebody dealing, like Flaherty was yesterday, and Skubal
Flaherty was great.
Flaherty was awesome. And Skubal was on opening day on Thursday.
Correct.
There it is. I'm getting my days. Days are running together as we approach the end of the year, the school year. But even when you have good starts and you have bad starts, the bullpen can come in and kind of ease whatever's going on in the game and really help. The first run allowed was that home run off Chafin, and he kind of knew right away, right? He kind of hung that one in there, and I think it was Paul DeYoung sent it on a ride. But in the end, our offense came up clutch. What did we have, like 3 solo shots yesterday?
2 solo shots.
2
solo.
It was Carp and Ibanez.
Yep. Ibanez?
Carp and Rogers.
Rogers.
Oh, never mind.
Ibanez had that
Rogers.
clutch
Why'd you say
go-ahead single.
Ibanez?
Because
Ibanez had the RBI single.
game-winning
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, I think it was Canna that rounded third and slid in there.
Yeah, it was.
Yes.
No, that was McKinstry or Vierling.
I thought it
we had
was-
a pinch runner in. I think.
Oh, it was Vierling.
Yep.
Vierling
that
was
sounds
pinch
about
running.
Right.
Oh.
I could have sworn it was
So
Canna.
Parker
but-
Meadows.
I thought it
and-
was too,
Also,
but-
by the way, Riley Green, Parker Meadows, and Torkelson went hitless yesterday. So did Colt Keith. They all didn't get a single hit.
Torkelson got a big walk for me in fantasy baseball. I'm sorry to say, Michael, I won.
Dang it!
We have a little fantasy baseball league here on Card Guys, and
I forgot to even check that this morning.
it's all of us plus Doug and
Tony DeLuca.
Tony DeLucia the fourth. Big shout out to you if you're watching. I hope you're watching. We're all in a fantasy baseball league together.
I think I'm
and
killing him in fantasy.
my pitcher, I picked up Bailey Ober in fantasy
Good
baseball.
pickup.
Oh, wow.
You want to know what he got yesterday?
What you got?
Negative 23 points.
Oh,
You beat me yesterday 36-2.
oh my
But I had
gosh.
such a big lead going into it yesterday that I won by like 5.
Right. It's me versus Doug
shoot.
this week in fantasy
Yep.
baseball.
And then it's Michael versus Ryan, and then it's me versus Tony.
I played Doug this past week. I'm 0-1 because Doug has the best team in this whole league.
I think Isaac scored. Didn't he score the most points?
I had 233.
Yeah, that's an insane amount of points for fantasy baseball.
I don't know why, but Saturday, I had Max Fried, and he gave me -8. Doug proceeded to hang a lot on me. Let me take a look if I can go back. I can't. Oh, darn it. I can't go back, but I remember one of his pitchers. I don't remember who it was. He hung like 22 on me, which in fantasy baseball, 22 is a lot.
Yes.
And
So
yeah, I got blown out by Doug the other day.
Bailey Ober, he he had negative 23 points. He had only 1 1/3 innings pitched, 9 hits, 1 walk, 8 earned runs, and only 1 strikeout, and he got the loss.
Oh my gosh.
An absolutely disastrous performance. And I put in Torkelson over Muncy because I had a feeling Muncy was going to get a rest day. Muncy did, but then he came in and he hit a home run, and he went 2 for 2.
I was going to text that in the fantasy group chat yesterday about Max Muncy because he said yesterday when we were watching the Tigers, he's like, I have a good feeling that Max Muncy's going to rest.
And then I started
Torkelson.
Torkelson.
He hits a dong.
And then Torkelson got me -2. But regardless, I just wanted to make it a little interesting. You know, that's why that happened.
Remember
but the Detroit...
remember the day where Luis Robert went off? I benched him that day.
You benched Luis Robert?
Yeah. I don't know why. I just did.
That would have been Thursday, right?
Yeah. No,
Friday.
Saturday. We're all getting our days mixed up. But yeah, Luis
It's
Robert.
early, y'all.
Time is not real.
Luis Robert was going off on Saturday.
He was.
2 home runs, a single.
The Detroit Torque Chops. That's my fantasy name. The Detroit Torque Chops are rolling into this next game. I got to set my lineups. I'll do that after the show. However, but that's a little fantasy baseball update.
Sorry to get us sidetracked.
Not that you guys wanted to know about our fantasy baseball league, but I had to bring it up because I did win. I am victorious. I'm 1-0 in fantasy baseball all time. This is my first season doing fantasy baseball. So I finally got my 1 win out of the way. I could lose the rest, and I'll still be happy.
So basically what we're saying, to your theory, you're the greatest fantasy baseball player of all time. Cause
I have a 1,000 record.
All time.
Win percentage of 1.000. So if we're looking at the statistics per chance. However, the Tigers, it was a fun weekend. I want to know what your guys' favorite moment was from the weekend.
I have a
favorite
lot.
Moment.
I have a ton. I think my favorite is the pizza spear.
Yup.
I'll
throw a picture of the pizza spear up right now on the YouTube side of things.
Yeah, but you think the Red Wings celebration where they hit the cup, the Gatorade cup with the tiny stick into the goal, that you thought that was good? Yeah, the pizza spear is way better.
So much better.
And I got into hockey this year, and I was disappointed that the Red Wings celebration is gone.
It's not. Torkelson said that it's not dead yet.
Good. I like.
He said that it might be making some appearances.
I like that. I love that
The Little
celebration.
Caesars one is so much better.
So now we have versatility, though. We have versatility we don't know what to expect with our home run celebrations. Yeah. We could have a 2-dong game, and Torkelson comes out with the hockey, and then say Canna hits one, and Canna comes up with the pizza spear.
I just want to see one day this year, like at Comerica Park, like a post-game interview, and they're just holding the spear, and then like at the end, they're just like this with the pizza spear to the fans.
Victorious.
Well, we got to pray for a walk-off home run this year, right?
Oh, we'll definitely we'll have one for sure.
I just can't get over the fact that our home run celebration is literally 3 hot and ready pizzas from Little Caesars on a spear. You love to see it.
I love it. Yeah. That's the Illich family for you.
And Torkelson and Canna said that their favorite pizza is Little Caesars. That is completely not only said because the owner owns Little Caesars.
Also, why was Chris Illich sitting in the, dare I say, peasant seating at the White Sox game? First game. He was there.
Because it's the White Sox, probably.
Yeah, he was there for opening day. He was sitting in the stands like a normal person.
I don't think the White Sox have suites.
No, they do. I just don't think they're giving the opposing team's owner a suite.
Well, they gave Jason Benetti and Johnny Kane that Hershey's milkshake that you saw the pictures of. That thing looks so good.
It looked delicious.
Oh my god!
I can tell you one thing: Jason Benetti enjoyed it.
He did.
And speaking of Jason
really
Benetti,
did.
quick shout out to Jason Benetti, because this man is single-handedly making me not want to go to Tigers games this year.
He's so good.
It's a refreshing broadcast. Not only does he make fun of himself, but he makes fun of, it's just, he pokes fun at everybody, and everybody on the broadcast knows how to take a joke, which is like the best part of it, because that means Benetti could be his true self. Like, Simo could take the joke, and then Simo will throw another jab, and then Benetti will throw a jab at himself, and it's witty, it's funny, it's entertaining. He has a great voice. He knows when to be serious and call the game. He knows how to, and this is one problem that last year we encountered, was it got a little boring.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
It got a little boring. And what Benetti does is he is able to make a conversation out of a Rally House ad. He
Yes.
makes a multi-at-bat conversation about Rally House. It's witty, it's fun. I love Jason Benetti. It's refreshing, and I do not want to go to many Tigers games anymore because I want to listen to Jason Benetti.
My thing is, and we were talking about this last night, is that I don't want to sit 300 level because of our broadcast team. If I want to go to a game, I'm sitting 100 level. Yeah. I'm sitting right field. I avoid left field because I want to see the scoreboard, especially now that it got huge. Especially now it's the second biggest in baseball.
It could be the biggest if we didn't. If we would have just made it.
It's the battle of the scoreboards this series: the Mets versus Tigers. First biggest scoreboard and the second.
Oh,
very nice perspective, Isaac.
Astute observation.
Astute observation, Isaac. This calls for Tigers tickets, but
it calls for a Tigers win.
We would have the biggest scoreboard if somebody didn't ate the two sides.
I was going to say, if it's the bottom corners that were
fill it in.
Why isn't it just a rectangle? Why do we have to?
It's the most oddly shaped scoreboard in base.
Let's
we need to
make
wait.
a T for Tigers.
We need to wait until we see what the graphics package looks like, because maybe they made it like that because they have a specific graphics package.
True.
They're throwing in.
And
maybe it'll look better with it on during a game, and we'll be like, oh, now I get it. However, right now it looks
weird.
It looks stupid.
I'm sorry, Illich Entertainment.
If you're watching Illich,
we're making fun of your scoreboard. I know you put 30 million big ones into that.
We spent more money on our scoreboard than we did our team.
That is true. But anyways, I would if I'm going to a Tigers game, I'm sitting 100 level because Jason Benetti and Craig Monroe. He made fun of Kirk Gibson every time they were together on spring training. Just, hey, I'm back with this loser. I'm Jason Benetti. Oh, it was so.
You guys are stuck with this loser the entire. He was talking about himself. He was like, I think it was like his opening video when he posted the video.
You're stuck with me.
Yeah, you're stuck with me, this loser.
I love it.
It's funny. It's refreshing. It's something we haven't had in a while.
Because with Matt Shepard, he was.
He felt so awkward.
It was just.
It felt. I think
it
a good way to
felt
put it is
boring.
awkward.
It was boring. I'll just
say
say it straight up. It was boring with him in the booth.
I mean, he tried to make stuff, fun by having weird. Yeah, he went on some weird tangents last year.
Yeah,
when we were losing, but
I remember one of the tangents was about like toothpaste and toothbrush for some reason.
I remember one of them, but it's not appropriate for college radio.
I think I know which one you're
talking about too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, I think I know which one you're talking
Thank
about.
God.
Leinenkugel, Summer Shandy. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
Yes, I know that one.
Leinenkugel.
But with like Benetti.
Shame on you, Matt Shepard.
But like with Benetti, it just feels like a brand new start. It's like
now that we're watchable, it's about time we have a competent play-by-play voice.
It's about time we have a competent team.
Yeah.
I'm glad we have Benetti for this team. It's like the Pistons with the teal uniforms last year.
It's all kind of coming together, right?
Yeah.
It's like you have the commentary team and the talent on the team. And it's all a beautiful what would you call that? A beautiful
mirage
connection.
Beautiful connection.
Honestly, felt like Matt Shepard was really holding Simo back last year.
Yeah,
so much better with Benetti.
He's a way better analyst around Jason Benetti because Benetti knows the game. He knows all the sports he commentates
and Benetti
very well.
Asks questions. It's not just Simo having to freestyle every single game.
Yeah.
Benetti will be like, all right, you're a hitter in this situation. It's 3-2. You've got 2 outs. There's 2 men on. You're down by 1. What are you thinking? What are you doing in this situation? That wasn't a thing last year. It was kind of just like, it was just boring. It was just still. But
I think one more thing, and then we'll move on. Kenta Maeda. I've gotten a lot of responses about Kenta Maeda.
Responses?
Well, a lot of negativity around Kenta Maeda.
Okay.
I'm not calling out one person, but I'm calling out multiple people, which is Tiger's Twitter.
I'm so glad I don't have Twitter.
Don't hate on Kenta Maeda for one game. I know we talked about this last show about how Detroit sports are impatient and they want everything to work. Mm-hmm. Kenta Maeda, his entire career has been inconsistent, and I knew that coming in. 2 years, $30 million for a pitcher who can either give you 9 strikeouts and give you punch outs or give up 3 runs. Mm-hmm. You're not gonna get the 9 punch outs every game. He's not prime Justin Verlander. He's in a new system. He's in a better bullpen than he was outside of, oh gosh, what's the guy's? I'm not going to think of.
Johan Duran.
Johan Duran. There we go. These new pitchers. I just found out Zach Gallen from the World Series last year, and now I watch his film almost every day because I love him. But stop! Don't hate on Kenta Maeda yet. You can hate on Alex Lange.
I think it's reasonable to be upset, and this is kind of what I tweeted. It's reasonable to be upset with how he played and how he performed, but it's not reasonable to overreact and say cut him already when we're literally at that point not even the full 2 games into the season.
It comes to the point where one of our starting pitchers is just that bad. We have, I think we have a solid 7 guys in the system. I'd be comfortable with starting a game at pitcher.
And we have Matt Manning down in Toledo.
We have SGL. I think he's in Toledo.
Yeah, isn't he on the IL to start?
He's gonna be back.
I don't know.
He's on the 15-day IL. I think. I want Sawyer Gibson-Long to replace Casey Mize. Sorry.
No. Casey Mize is.
I understand.
We got to see a couple starts from Casey first.
I understand Casey Mize's ceiling is high, but I love what I saw from SGL last year. Mm-hmm. Anyways, a pitcher that is understandable to hate on is Alex Lange. 5, 6, 7 straight curveballs in the dirt that gives up a lot of runs and almost cost us the game. And you got lucky about the on-base rule in extra innings. But I think you got to stop hating on Kenta Maeda. It's one game. With Alex Lange, however, understandable because you've seen this all year, and you've seen this the whole time he was on the Tigers. Just inconsistent curveballs. He has at least a strikeout every appearance. And yesterday we were smart and about not having him in the game. And yeah, I like what I've seen from this Tigers team.
But the thing you have to remember about Kenta Maeda, too, is he's one of those crafty pitchers. He doesn't get a lot of velocity on his fastball, and he's a lot more crafty. And I think that's one of the big reasons that he gave up 3 runs on Saturday, is he couldn't really get something in command, and he hung out some sliders too far over the plate. And Luis Robert Jr. just went off. He went 3 for 3 on Saturday. But these responses that we're already seeing of Tiger fans saying cut Maeda.
It's awful.
It's horrible. This is the thing. Detroit sports fans can be so impatient, and they want everything to work out like that.
I think Red Wings fans are the worst.
Yes, I do agree.
Especially with how we're playing right now. Yeah. I mean, I can't really blame them.
Mm-hmm. Well, they were spoiled for 25 straight years. So.
This is true. 25 straight years of playoff hockey.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
You're excused.
Thank you.
You're welcome. April Fool! I'm just kidding.
It is April Fool's
Happy
Day.
April Fool's
Happy April
to those
Fools,
who
guys.
celebrate. Anyway, sorry, Michael.
Monty Williams
No, that's all good.
Fired.
Nice try.
Yeah.
Nice try.
I know.
Hold on. Wait, I just got something on my watch.
We just got to verify.
Oh.
Is it Woj tweeting it out?
Juwan Howard, assistant coach with the Orlando Magic. April Fools.
It is April.
Anyways,
I'll get my Michigan segment in somewhere.
We'll fit it in
shout out
someplace.
Michigan hockey for beating
Yes!
last night.
Yeah!
5-2. They're in the Frozen Four.
Hockey school, Michigan State? Hockey school?
Me and my sister were arguing about this yesterday. She goes, since when did you care about hockey? This year, I love hockey now.
Yeah.
Do you realize that? Sorry.
I love how they all were coping and they're like hockey school when they lost March Madness, and now they're not in the Frozen Four.
Hey, listen. We hung 5 goalies. Or we hung five goals on Michigan State's goalie, and Michigan State's goalie is in our system, which A, scares me, and 2, makes me really excited because now Michigan can win a national championship. We beat North Dakota, who is a hockey school, in the tournament. Sorry that I went off on my. I'm enjoying the Frozen Four more than the Final Four.
I don't think I've really ever watched college hockey before.
I've never really sat down and watched college hockey.
I've been really invested into hockey this year, but we'll talk about it later.
Quickly before we move on to our next topic, Isaac and Michael, what are your favorite moments from the weekend? Real quick before we move on.
This is from opening day. It was the 9th inning. It was from the 9th inning. It was Jason Foley throwing 100, 101. That sinker, just absolutely ending any chance the White Sox had, giving us a 1-zip victory over them. And
that was nasty stuff he had.
Yeah.
That sinker, Isaac, was filthy.
It was.
Yep.
From Jason Foley.
Scuba was great. Who else was in the game? Shelby Miller looks good so far.
I really like him.
I like
Andrew
him as our
Chafin
closer.
looks good. Mm-hmm. Besides the 1 home run yesterday, but whatever. But
things happen.
Yeah, this bullpen looks great. The starting rotation looks pretty solid. I mean, say what you want about Maeda. He struggled, whatever. But Flaherty looked great. Mm-hmm. Skubal looked like the ace that we've been wanting him to be. So
if Maeda is going to be the worst pitcher on the staff, hypothetically, if all things considered, Mize looks good, Olsen looks good, and Maeda has to fall to like maybe that 4 or 5 spot, that's pretty good in my opinion. Mm-hmm. That's pretty good.
We have the most elite bullpen in baseball.
We got probably a top 5 bullpen, maybe. I'm not really invested into other teams' bullpens. Like, can you guys name one bullpen pitcher or 2 bullpen pitchers on the Cincinnati Reds?
No.
Michael, can you?
I can name one on the Oakland Athletics.
I can't name a single Oakland Athletic.
No,
Alex
I can't.
Wood. That's it. Because of the show yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to think of some, but I didn't watch the Reds yesterday.
I don't know other teams' bullpens well enough besides ours, but ours is pretty good, I'll say that.
And I think ours needs to be a step up from what it was last year, and so far we're already seeing that.
Oh, it looks good so
and
far.
it's promising so far. I mean, just overall, watching the Tigers get a sweep and going 3-0 for the first time since 2016, that's saying something. We're off on the right foot. We got the Mets tonight at Citi Field. Sean Manaea versus Reese Olson. Reese Olson's getting the start today for the Tigers. Mets are favored right now.
Pulling up to Frank's house.
They're favored right now, but I'm trying to read all these different facts here.
I can't wait for Frank's reaction tonight when we win 6-2.
But it's too much to read. Oh, here you go. The underdogs, that would be the Tigers, have won each of the Mets' last 5 games at Citi Field.
Really?
There's a little tidbit for you.
So we've had some recent success over there in Queens.
Yes, and the Tigers, just reading another fact, just before I got off of it, they've won 9 of their last 10 total.
Really? All right. So that's dating back to last year, correct?
Yep.
Yes, that dates back to last year. And another one of my favorite moments, I got to try and make this a drop. I already told you this. Benetti saying fire up Chips after Zach McKinstry makes a heck of a double play.
It was an incredible play.
I didn't hear that. That was a great double
It
play.
was fantastic. I gotta try and just put some stuff together for this show.
Yeah, some drops would be really cool on the radio side. I don't know if it would go over to the YouTube side. We'll have to figure that out.
We will
test some things, push some buttons, see what works, see what doesn't work. But as you mentioned, the Tigers tonight 7-10 against the Mets in Queens. It's Olsen and Manaea. Hopefully the Tigers can pull out a win. We'll talk more Tigers on Wednesday.
I think we can do it.
Moving on.
Hopefully.
Sweet 16 and Elite 8 did happen this weekend. The Final Four is set. The East and West matchup in the Final Four is UConn and Alabama. And in the South and Midwest regions, the Final Four is NC State and Purdue. Now, I think UConn and Alabama are 2 teams where it's not really a shocker. 2 really good teams. I think UConn's the biggest. I think UConn's probably going to win it all. They're looking incredible. But on the South Midwest side of things, NC State, DJ Burns and NC State, the Cinderella of March, the 11th seed in the Final Four. And then you have Purdue, who is proving everybody wrong because when you count them out, they're good. When you count on them, they're not good. But Zach Edey, heck of a performance in Detroit, both games.
Yeah, he's good.
He literally scored exactly half of Purdue's points last night.
Didn't he only sit 33 seconds?
Yeah.
33
He barely
seconds.
sat.
Yeah. That's
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
And to your point, in some of our earlier shows, they're nothing without Zach Edey, obviously, right? Because without Zach Edey and this production he's putting in, and the time on the floor that he's putting in, Purdue's not getting out of the first or second round.
Nope.
And especially against a really good Tennessee team. A lot of people had Tennessee going to the Final Four over Purdue.
Myself included.
Yep.
Hey, the only other player to score in double digits for Purdue was my guy from Seatown, Fletcher Lawyer.
There it is.
14 points, 4 assists, 3 rebounds. He had a great day.
He did. All right, so quickly we're going to go over the bracket we have. So we have our Card Guys bracket that we made live on the show. We have other brackets elsewhere, but this is just our show bracket. In first place, he has red hair. Ryan Donnelly is in first place with 620 points. He has a max possible of 1,100 points. He had 80 points in the Elite Eight. His Final Four includes UConn and Alabama, or UConn and Baylor. I'm reading the actual Final Four, not yours. UConn and Baylor and Tennessee and Houston, so only one pick right for him. But
DJ Burns, I do not like you.
DJ Burns.
How can you not like DJ Burns?
DJ Burns
Because they upset at Tennessee, and I had Tennessee going to my national championship.
DJ Burns.
That's fair.
Tennessee was upset by Purdue.
Yeah, Tennessee.
Oh,
NC State
really?
played Duke,
wow.
which The Simpsons predicted it.
Yeah, that's
There's an episode of The Simpsons where it said March 31st. Marge said it was Easter, and Homer was wearing a Duke shirt, and he had an NC State flag.
What? So is Conan O'Brien a time traveler?
Detroit Lions trade alert.
Whoa, hello!
Okay.
Lions get Max Crosby in a 6th-round pick.
No, okay, nice try.
Second
I would
round.
have gotten a notification.
Stop with this.
Isaac, you're making us all excited over here.
Once I heard Max Crosby, I was like, nope, I would have seen it. I would have seen it.
No way.
I would have been spammed with oh my goodness tweets.
Yeah.
However, Ryan is in first place with 620 points. Michael in second place with 550 points. You have 1030 as your max possible. Your Final Four includes UConn and UNC and Houston and Creighton. So, again, only one. In there, tied for second place at 550 with a max possible of 710 is our good buddy Tyler, who is celebrating with his family over the past couple days. Couldn't join us today, but he'll be back on the show soon to talk some college basketball. He had Auburn and UNC and then Purdue and Florida, so he still has a dog in the race with Purdue. But I see Purdue perchance losing.
Can we talk about the comeback that he's had in this bracket? He's picked majority upset, and he was in almost last place. Now he's tied for second.
Yeah, he and his champion was Auburn. And Auburn was out early, which is a lot of lost points there. Fourth place is Doug, who has 530 points with a max possible of 690. His Final Four includes UConn and UNC, and then Tennessee and Florida. So again, only one dog in the race for him, and that would be UConn. And then in fifth place, with 490 points with a max possible of 490 points, is Isaac. Bracket, just Isaac Haffenden is his bracket name. Baylor over Connecticut and Tennessee over Florida. No more possible points for him. Because he has Baylor beating UConn. So he's done.
No, we're done.
And then in the basement is me. However, I have UConn, which gives me a chance to not be in the basement. So come on, UConn. But I have UConn and Baylor and Creighton and Houston. So everybody's got one dog in the race. One dog is Purdue for Tyler. The rest is UConn. And then Isaac didn't believe in the Huskies going to the national championship. So that is our bracket, little bracket update. What was your guys' favorite moment from this past weekend? We had Sweet 16, we had Elite 8. It was all fun games to watch. A lot of close games. What was your guys' favorite moment? I could probably guess what a lot of the favorite moments are.
I'm gonna be honest, I didn't really watch that much.
That's fair. A lot of baseball on this weekend.
There's so much baseball, and I was so sick of the round of 64 that I was like, I'm just going to wait until either the Elite Eight or the Final Four to turn this back on.
Overwatching the tournament does exist. It does exist.
Zach Edey sitting for 33 seconds, as much as I hate to admit it, it was cool.
Commendable.
Commendable. It was.
I love Zach Edey.
It was competent.
I watched that entire Tennessee-Purdue game yesterday. It was great.
But also, the Wolf Pack.
Yep.
Honestly, in my mind, I had a feeling they would go to the Final Four because of the way they ended the year, beating North and UNC in the ACC championship, going on that very huge run at the end of the year. I was like, this team could be dangerous.
Tyler even said, he was like, if there's one team to look out for, it's NC State.
Yep. That is true. And he was right. They're in the Final Four. And I would not be surprised if they upset Purdue.
I wouldn't be either.
I would not be.
They're riding all that momentum right now.
Purdue's going to steamroll them. I don't see NC State beating Purdue.
I can see it, man.
I really do.
UConn versus Purdue.
They're going to try and I think they're going to injure Zach Edey.
By overusing him?
By overusing him. By overusing Zach Edey, I feel like he'll not play that much. And I feel like DJ Reader's going to have a 30 bomb.
DJ Reader's playing college basketball now?
Guys, it's 8:30.
8:33.
I hate when I so.
DJ Reader. No, you mean DJ Burns?
DJ Burns.
Yes.
There we go. Sorry, I don't watch a lot of college basketball, but DJ Burns, I feel like, is going to drop a 30 bomb.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very confident in this NC State team. Very confident. They went on that big stretch at the end of the year. And then the ACC championship run, the Cinderella run. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't consider them a Cinderella, however. I consider Loyola a few years ago to be a Cinderella. St. Pete's, Oral Roberts, those are upsets. I wasn't really surprised at this NC State run because of the way they finished the year. I feel like, and I thought they'd die down, the flame would die down after Marquette, but I was wrong. And after that, they just steamrolled.
Yeah.
And that's what you like to see in March Madness.
I don't know about you guys, but I am really, really excited to see the Battle of the Bigs, DJ Burns, Zach Edey.
Oh, yeah. That's going to be fun to watch.
That is going to be fun.
As the kids would
Even
say.
though Zach Edey has a lot of more inches on him still.
Yeah.
I mean,
Zach Edey's a big dude.
DJ Burns is 6'9", I think, but Zach Edey's 7'4".
Yep.
Yeah.
He has so much height on him.
I feel like
Basically a battle.
DJ Burns is just stronger, though.
I think he is
Basically
stronger. He's a
battle of
bigger
size
guy.
versus size.
Indeed, it is. It is
It
a
will
size
be.
versus size.
And I think it's all
battle.
just going to come down to who can guard the other big better. Because Zach Edey, from all that I've watched with Purdue, he is almost near impossible to guard. I mean, the dude's 7'4", 300 pounds. How can you guard that?
Right.
And his little hook shot that he does, it's so smooth.
He's
And
going to
he
be a
just-
solid backup big in the NBA.
He is going to be
Any team would want him to be a
great
backup
big in the NBA. No doubt.
Almost as good as Big Ticket J13.
Happy
Oh, my.
birthday to you.
It was yesterday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Big Ticket J13. Happy birthday to you.
Very nice harmony,
Thank you.
Brian.
As a music student for 7 years back in my early days, I know music.
It was James Wiseman's birthday yesterday.
Happy birthday. We're not doing it again.
Big Ticket J13 celebrating another year around the sun. He's 23.
23.
Really?
23.
Wow.
Wow.
Young. Young buck J13.
A lot of
Well,
untapped potential.
We'll talk Pistons.
He's gonna
in a
get.
minute, but-
He's gonna lose his backup spot once we draft Zach Edey.
Once we'll magically fall to the 10th pick.
We're gonna
New
get
rule: Pistons fall to the 10th pick.
We're gonna get the 6th overall pick.
Did y'all see that Bleacher Report skit where it's the race for the Central Division? It's just the
Yep.
Pistons.
Oh, that was
Just a
horrible.
That
broken
was
down-
Just a broken
hilarious.
car.
Yep.
The media hates Pistons. We'll talk
I mean,
about that later.
they're not wrong.
No,
They're
it
not
was
wrong.
funny.
We are
It was
historically
funny and accurate.
Anyways,
Very accurate. So
one last thing, Isaac, before we move on to Detroit sports. One last thing on the tournament.
On the tournament, NC State versus Purdue, Alabama versus UConn. Both good matchups. Frankly, I see it's going to be championship's going to be a battle of the 1 seeds. I think Purdue versus UConn is going to be absolute cinema because I didn't think UConn was going to go back here just surely because of the fact that they won the championship last year, and I just couldn't trust a back-to-back champion. But holy moly, they're dominant. It's scary. Purdue. They really took that loss to 16 seed Fairleigh Dickinson last year to heart. Like, they look good. I mean, last time a 16 seed beat a 1 seed, that was Virginia in 2018. Following year, Virginia won the championship. And this year, following a loss to a 16 seed, Purdue could win the championship. So they're really taking out their anger on whoever they face.
That just goes to show you how much can change in 1 year.
Yeah.
Yep, I thought Purdue
Little
was going
nod
to
to
lose
Michigan
in the round
football
of 32.
there too, losing to TCU in
That's
the
true,
semifinals last year.
Oh,
and what
God,
they
don't-
do last year?
Do not
won
bring
the
that
Natty.
up. Do not bring that
Hey,
up.
we won the national
Max
championship.
Duggan. I want to... Don't.
Can't
I
believe
put a Michigan fan in pain again. My apologies, Ryan. But
Ryan's
hey,
deep in thought.
we won the national
We
championship
did.
last
We have
year,
a natty.
man.
I'd rather have a natty and lose to TCU.
We're
than
going
year.
9-3
year.
next year.
At least that's an over 500 record.
Yeah.
Anyways,
we're going to lose
that's-
to Washington State in the Peach Bowl.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Just wait till we-
Sorry, guys.
While Ryan tries to overcome his Michigan fandom, we are going to move on to Detroit sports. We have 3 games in the 3-1-3. Cue the music, future me. Bally Sports is going to be a busy channel today because we've got 3 Detroit sports games all at once. It's fitting it's on April 1st because it is April in the D. I don't care
sir.
if Bally Sports doesn't do it anymore. It was a Fox Sports Detroit thing. They might do it still. I don't care. April in the D is here, and we are kicking it off the right way. 3 games. The game on the main channel, the main Bally Sports Detroit channel, Tigers and Mets. On Bally Sports Detroit Plus, you've got Red Wings and Lightning, which is a very important game. If we lose, I'm pretty sure we're eliminated from playoff contention. I want to say that's true. I thought I saw that somewhere. It could have been satire. I don't know.
it's satire. I mean,
However,
Satire.
we have one more game too, and it's the Pistons and the Grizzlies. We have been relegated to the Bally Sports app in TV20 Detroit, which is not available on streaming, which means I'm going to be like 2 minutes delayed on the Bally Sports app. However, things must be done to watch this basketball team. We've been relegated to a streaming app and a local television service off the main channels. It's a good thing. It's a good thing because more people get to watch this team, but is that really a good thing?
I think the way that the Red Wings are playing, they should be delegated to TV20.
I agree.
at least they're in a playoff chase.
Unless we won a game.
We're technically in a playoff chase for not last place in the East.
Yeah, we're in the chase to not be that team.
Well, I think that's a more entertaining chase right now. Trying not to be
Ladies,
that team.
Maybe.
meet the man who's invested in the last place in the East.
Hi.
He's too invested in the
Help.
13-14 race in the Eastern Conference.
All right, so we have 3 games: Tigers, Wings, Pistons, all on today. Let's start with the team we just talked about. Let's get them out of the way.
Yeah.
Let's flip this rock over and get it out of the way. The Pistons, coming off a win against the Wizards, a double-digit win. Well, not double-digit, a double-digit score, and there was no triple digits. We didn't reach 100 points. That's what I was trying to say. And we still won by 9. 96-87 was the final score out in Washington. Cade Cunningham, 33 points, 8 rebounds, 7 assists, I want to say. If I'm remembering that correctly, I don't have the stats in front of me. That is off the noggin. He had a really not great shooting night, but that happens when you get fouled a bunch of times. But he did miss a lot of bunnies. One good thing about Cade Cunningham is that he is not afraid to shoot it, and he doesn't let a bad shooting night get in his head. He kept going. He was aggressive. He stayed aggressive. He didn't stop shooting when the ball wasn't going in. That's what you want to see. I would be more mad at him not shooting the ball after missing a couple shots than continuing to shoot and miss. Because if there's one time to work that out and kind of rub out the kink and kind of rub out the knot, it's now. It's now when the season doesn't matter, when we've already clinched a top 5 pick in the draft, I think, I hope.
We're going to get the
Then again, you know
We're
how
getting
the
the fourth
draft
pick.
lottery is in the NBA.
Yep.
We're getting the 4th pick, and we're going to get... I don't even know.
Zach Edey.
DJ Burns.
DJ.
DJ Burns.
Outside of Alex Sarr, who else is there?
Bazelis. I think that's how you say his last name. Matas
Who's the
Bazelis.
guy from Kentucky?
Rob Dylan.
Dillingham.
Rob Dillingham.
We could have Ham squared in our backcourt. It could be Ham squared. Cunningham, Dillingham. Ham squared.
I'd like it.
Interesting.
I would not mind Rob Dillingham.
Blue eggs and ham.
Dude can shoot.
I'm just
Rob
trying to think
Jack
Dillingham, move.
Golke, 5th overall
of-
pick.
Jack Golke.
Nah,
The
Jack
Detroit Pistons select.
Jack
Pistons select.
Jack Golke is going to the Miami Heat.
He's gonna
Calling
be
out
un-
right
he's
now.
gonna go undrafted.
I'm gonna record this, and then when the draft is over, I'm gonna probably post it on my social media. and say
Pat
I
Riley
was
is
right.
licking his chops at Jack Golke.
Yeah.
A Duncan Robinson-esque player.
Yes.
But that's all on the Pistons. We play the Grizzlies tonight at 7 o'clock.
That's
You have one more thing.
Pistons right now are favored by 2.5. We are favored to win a basketball game. What?
Well, I mean, to be fair, it is the Memphis Grizzlies.
It is the Grizzlies.
It is the
I'm
Grizzlies, and they are shorthanded. Desmond Bane's out. Yuta Watanabe's out.
No Desmond Bain?
No Desmond Bain.
No Desmond Bain?
No Desmond
but
Bain.
Woo-hoo!
No-
You got 49 on
No
this last
Yuta
night.
Watanabe.
there's still-
No Vince Williams.
there's
Did we play the
still-
Grizzlies twice to end the year?
Yes.
Didn't we play them once already?
All right, this is how that happened. So remember the in-season tournament?
Yeah.
Yes.
We didn't do anything in it, obviously. So the week of, they had to create matchups. They only scheduled like maybe 78 or 79 games, and they left a little hole in the schedule for the teams because it counts for the regular season. So the teams that made it to the in-season tournament got extra games against those teams, and the teams that didn't make the tournament got games against other teams that didn't make the tournament. So the Pistons got the Grizzlies, and Desmond Bain dropped 49 on our head, and we lost by a lot of points. Mm-hmm. However, Desmond Bain's not playing, but
Jaren
Jaren
Jackson is
Jackson's
still
going to
there.
go off for 30 points and 10.
Oh, I forgot about Jaren Jackson.
Trey
yeah,
Jane. So
he'll be good. Fontecchio's still out for us, but
Yep.
Cade, Sasser, and Gibson are all game time decisions per ESPN.
all right, so hopefully Cade can play. Hopefully Sasser can play. Gibson, yeah, I mean he's there, and then Grimes is out for the season. But Pistons Grizzlies tonight, 7 o'clock. I'm sure none of you guys will be watching, but I will because I have an illness. Next, the Red Wings.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
We're just going to go from TV20 to Bally Sports Plus to the team we've already talked 30 minutes on. The Red Wings, dire need of a win. This
Not
is
getting easier.
not even a win, a point. You just need a point from this match. Kind of like the game against the Panthers. At least we got a point. Should have won.
We played pretty well.
But we got a point when we didn't expect a point.
See, as much as I'd love to stay optimistic about a point this deep,
Yeah.
you can't get
Yeah.
1 point.
I mean, against these teams, though, these tougher teams, it's better than losing.
I mean, yeah,
better than getting
we are
zero.
As long
very
as the
fortunate to escape
Capitals
with a
and
point.
the Flyers keep losing.
As long as Ovechkin's arthritis is still there, then we might have a chance.
Ovechkin has been a little off recently.
He's been great.
Hey, ever since he ended his 5-game
Yeah.
point streak,
That's what I
he
meant.
hasn't been the greatest.
He hasn't been the point streak Ovechkin.
No.
I'm also a hockey casual, so please call me out in the comments.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward.
We all are. We just got into this.
So big matchup in the not the wild card, but Flyers at home against the Islanders. So
That's a game.
that's a game to watch out for. So,
We need to root for the Islanders.
well, we got to root for the Islanders. Yeah.
Yeah.
Philly's been pretty good at home this season, and they've been on a little tear
Who are the
lately.
Capitals playing tonight or tomorrow?
They
Cap-
played the Bruins the other day, and they lost in a shootout.
Oh, good.
Goodness.
Yeah, they
They
lost
still
in
got
a
a point.
shootout. Capitals
They play the
tomorrow play the
Sabres.
Sabres.
Penguins.
At Capitals would be on the road, I believe.
All right. So
Yes, Buffalo would be at home.
Capitals have a decently easy schedule down the year. Who do the Red?
That's
let's
true.
see the Red Wings.
The Red Wings play Tampa, New York Rangers, Buffalo,
That's
Washington, Pittsburgh, Toronto, and then Montreal twice.
Montreal.
I mean,
twice is nice.
I mean, that's a good ending because
if we find a way,
If we
can
can
find a
beat-
way,
I'd say we got to win one against the Lightning or Rangers. Beat the Sabres, beat the Capitals. We got the Sabres, Capitals, Penguins. Win 2 of those 3. Then sweep the Canadians and hopefully get a playoff spot. I mean,
I think in this scenario you have to go 5-4, or 5 and.
I think you got to.
Yeah,
how many
5
games you got left?
I think out of those 4 losses, at least half of them's got to
5
be.
and 3.
You've got to be. They got to be overtime.
I think
losses.
you got to go
Yeah.
5-2-1 to make the playoffs, which is
I think 5 and 3
knowing
is
the Wings.
acceptable.
Knowing the Wings, they'll probably seems like they have one cold month, like December cold, March cold, like just straight months of suckitude.
We'll get 4 wins, and then we'll be 1 or 2 points out of the wild card to end the season.
Yeah.
Just watch.
Oh my gosh.
I'm used to it as a Detroit sports fan.
But I'm a little nervous,
A little.
to say the least. I mean, I think after this game, it gets a little easier because we have Hockey Town, but nonetheless, I am still scared for Derek Lalonde, for Gru and his minions, as I like to
Ruin
call
his
them.
minions.
Uh,
That's
Very
beautiful.
nice analogy.
But Tampa is going to be freaky. And then you got New York and not the last original 6 matchup. There's 4 original 6 matchups left. But
That's fun.
yeah,
That's
we
fun.
have some fun hockey coming up, but I don't know how to feel. I really don't.
It's a scary time in hockey.
I'm very nervous for this game to be
Panic in Hockey Town.
It seriously might be panic in Hockey Town. It already is panic in Hockey Town.
It's been panic in hockey.
It's been panic in Hockey
I have
Town.
one thing to say to Hockey Town faithful. Hockey Town faithful, come to LCA. Don't act like the spoiled brats you are, and come to LCA. Fill that place up. We need butts in seats. We need LCA to be loud.
We need octopuses on ice.
We need octopuses on ice. We need you guys to get up, get riled, act like it's a playoff atmosphere so we can make the playoffs
You should be
and
an in-game
probably
host.
get blown out by the Florida Panthers in the first round. But fill up LCA. We need to fill this place up. We need to get excited. I went to 2 Red Wings games this year. The first one wasn't that exciting, and the second one was electric. I need to see what I saw at the second game against the Carolina Hurricanes. Get up, buy a $100 ticket for 300 level. Let's go, Hockey Town. We need you.
If that doesn't rile you up, I don't know what will.
Come on.
I think ticket sales went up by
A lot.
By like $30 after that
a
speech.
little bit.
Anthony, do you think we can really see Ryan potentially next to Kara Wolfbauer in
Oh, yeah.
I think
LCA
I
as an
love-
in-game host?
I would love that. I love that. Oh, I love that. I would like that.
Just the smile on his face. He scrunched up his shoulders like this, acting all like cute and all
If you
that.
know, you know.
Oh my goodness.
Oh
All right,
my
that's a good way to end off this
gosh.
segment. Red Wings and Lightning play tonight in Tampa Bay. We're in Tampa Bay, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
Tampa Bay.
In Tampa Bay, Amalie Arena.
Oh
boy,
gosh.
and now the Tigers. We've already talked about them, but the Tigers play the Mets tonight on the main channel.
In case you guys didn't know.
In case it wasn't painfully obvious.
No.
Jason Benetti will be on the call. I hope Simo is next to him. That would be fun. But yeah, Tigers Mets. We've already kind of talked about them, but it'll be a fun game, a fun series. Quickly before we go, series prediction go.
2-1 Tigers.
Sweep.
2-1 Tigers.
I'm going to go 2-1 Tigers as well. I think the Mets are going to take a game. And I really hope Francisco Lindor gets out of this little slump he's in to start the year.
I hope not. I dropped Brandon Nimmo and picked him up for Xander Bogaerts, which I'm very happy about in
Xander
fantasy.
Bogaerts is solid. That's all we have for today's show, folks. Thank you for tuning in. Card Guys, Season 2, Episode 20 on 101.1 The Beat, YouTube, and wherever you get your podcasts. It was a fun episode. We had some laughs. We had some fun. It was a good time. Make sure to tune in Wednesday as we keep up with the Tigers and see just where the Red Wings are as we inch closer and closer to the playoffs. For my good buddies Ryan Donnelly, Michael Rosenkranz, and Isaac Haffenden, I'm Anthony Schulte saying so long, everybody.
Love you, Mom and Dad. Kara Wolfbauer.
Oh, my goodness. We apologize.
Sorry.